the worst team in the league right now.
I'm super proud of them. I knew they could almost do it.
Hey everybody, welcome to Show Some Hus Podcast, episode 1. I'm sitting here with my boy Leo. My name is Donny. I'm going to be your host today. Yeah, we're really excited to kick this off and, get involved with some Nug fans and maybe some non-Nug fans who are just haters and don't understand that Nikola Jokic is the greatest player on the planet. But, I digress.
Sometimes facts hurt people's feelings, and that's okay.
Yeah, truth.
We're not here to be friends with everyone.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to start off with some Nug news. And don't have any Nug news. Why? Nuggets are world champs. They're happy with what we have. Now, if we could have kept Bruce Brown, great. But we couldn't. Just how it works sometimes, So, some NBA news. Big trades this past week. We got Damian Lillard to Milwaukee. We'll have a quick segment on that in a sec. And then also, in that, Drew Holiday going to the Celtics. I want to get your take on the Dame trade. How's this going to work out?
I think that the Bucks have gotten better with the trade. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this makes them a contender for even the East.
Yeah.
Definitely not a title. Title's going to come from someone in the West.
Yeah.
But as far as the East goes, I think they'll make it to the semis, possibly to possibly to the conference finals. But I don't foresee them winning one with Dame. He's a great player. There are better teams than what the Milwaukee Bucks have to offer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can't add much to that because that's kind of spot on. And we don't know what we don't know yet, right?
And exactly. Drew Holiday with Jaylen Brown
mm-hmm.
and Jason Tatum is scary.
That scares me more than Dame, with, to be honest.
Derek White is a great player as well. He's going to step up for that team. Will Drew Holiday and Derek White make up for the loss of Marcus Smart?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do think that those two teams will battle in the East.
Yeah.
If, Eric Spoelstra in the Heat with Hemi buckets figured out, we'll see. That'll be fun, but it's the West game right now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I want to start this off with, I'm going to give you who I think is going to be the breakout Nug for the 2023-24 season. And this one is not, I feel like it's not really a surprise to anyone. But as Leo over here knows, I am a Christian Braun groupie. So I think Christian Braun is going to have a phenomenal season. I don't think he's going to have a Bruce Brown season, but he is going to be a big portion of the committee that makes up for what we lost in Bruce Brown. There's plenty of guys that are going to come onto the scene and I think have big impacts. I think you've kind of talked about these guys, and I want to know what you think is going to be that breakout guy.
I think you're spot on with CB. He's averaging 4.7 points a game from last year. I think he'll close to double that. He was at 15 and a half minutes. I think he'll, move up to 20, maybe to 25. But I do think we'll see a lot of things from our rookies with Watson and Gillespie and a few. I'm not concerned about what our newcomers are going to bring. It does come down to CB. I agree with you 100%.
Mm-hmm.
If Brown brings it to the table,
mm-hmm.
we're going to be fine.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping, just rooting for the local Colorado boy of Reggie Jackson to, if we need him to fill, some minutes, it'd be great. I'm not expecting it, but, that's kind of a cherry on top if he does.
I agree, and I hope he does.
Yeah.
He didn't get any time.
Yeah.
Right? Not a single minute, and maybe he will, and maybe it won't be Gillespie, and I really don't care, and I don't think any of us care who it is.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we give Jamal something substantial
mm-hmm. that
that he can rely on coming out in the second quarter and getting a breather.
Yeah,
exactly. Or, whatever Mike decides for that rotation, whether it's end of the first or beginning of the second or halfway through the first or halfway through the second. I don't know what he's going to do, but whatever he does, Jamal needs something to rely on as far as, okay, I know my break is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I can rest. I just need to go hard for 2 more minutes or 3 more possessions
mm-hmm.
or 2 more whistles.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not worried about the drop-off when he goes off the court.
100%.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so now we want to do something. We're calling this segment roulette. This is a segment where Leo over here chooses either a question or a topic. It can be sports related, doesn't have to be sports related, for me to either respond to or answer. Neither of us going into the pod know it, so answers are authentic. Yeah. Spin that dial.
All right, Donny. This one's sports related. This is not basketball necessarily related.
Okay.
But I want to know, how big of a sports fan are you? Like on a scale from 1 to 10. 10 being like you spend 2 to 5 hours a day on sports, as a 1 or 0 being like you don't even know what a sport is.
I'm gonna go with a 9.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would say you're at about an 8 or 9.
Yeah. I don't think I'm full blown.
So
but
that's why I'm gonna love your response for this, because I don't know what it's gonna be.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the wave at sports events? Because here's the thing. We went to the Rockies game last night, and we're not going to talk about that dumpster fire, but we are going to talk about the wave.
Okay.
And Rock Dogs were on their way coming back. And the wave starts, and I'm trying to watch the game.
Yeah.
So I'm frustrated and I'm angry.
Yeah.
Why is this happening? Why is the wave? We should be watching the game, folks.
Okay.
Why are we worried about? So what are your thoughts?
That's funny you bring this up because I watch a lot of European soccer, or football as they call it, and they see the wave as so American, right? They make fun of it, and with the World Cup coming in 2026, I can only imagine it's going to be made fun of even more. I think it's... No, so to respond to your question, 100%, I think the wave has its moments, but the Coors Field right now is not one of those moments. Fans need to be a bit more into the game because the Rockies need some help, you know.
Well,
and when you're doing it, like if it happened at a Nuggets game mid fourth quarter and we're only up by 2 or 3, guys, we are the 6th man. The wave is not necessary right now.
Thank you. Okay.
100%.
Okay. So when at a Nuggets game is the wave appropriate, or is it?
If we're up 30 in the fourth quarter, yeah, because I think it trolls them, the other team.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Fair.
But aside from that, no, I'm on board with you. I think fans have a role at games. You need to pay attention.
I agree, and we're there to watch it.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. Anyway, that was my topic for the day.
Okay. All right, and on to another segment, which I'm gonna have Leo explain.
All right, everyone. So we're gonna play this game called Would You Rather. I think we've all played this game to some extent. We're gonna keep it mildly appropriate here, talking about how we are given 2 topics, and you have to decide which of those 2 topics you would like to engage in. And in this case, we have 2 very much Nuggets-related topics that I'm going to ask Donny about, and he has to give me a would you rather. And I know Donny very well. I've known Donny for close to 30 years. And, 30 years.
Don't age me.
Okay, so I've known Donny for 15 years. Anyway, I've known Donny my whole life, close to 30 years, and knowing him, I feel like this is going to be something that he struggles with. So,
Okay, I'm excited.
here we go. We're doing a would you rather, and yet again, Nikola Jokic's older, bigger, stronger brothers are involved, and their fists flying at your face. Here's a would you rather. Would you rather get punched in the face by one of Nikola Jokic's older brothers, or get a chance to shoot a 3-point shot at halftime in front of a packed crowd, and your shorts and your underwear fall to your ankles mid-shot?
Do I make the shot?
Good question. No, you do not make the shot.
Okay.
You miss out on the $200 gift card to King Soopers.
Okay. Oh man, he's good at these. Leo, dropping the bombs.
Donny, I need to know. Would you rather take the fist to the face, or would you rather end up an Instagram story?
I'll take the Instagram story.
Yeah?
I'll do it. You know, I'm not... Things happen, and I'd rather have my teeth. In this situation. There's other situations I would forego my teeth, but this situation, if anyone wants to look at my tidy whities, then sure. Have at it.
No, it's everything that goes.
Oh.
Everything drops.
Man.
You forgot to wear a belt.
Yeah.
And you forgot to tell you why it is because it was laundry day.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably taking that still. You know, I mean, obviously,
I think I have to agree.
I'm running off the court as fast as I can.
Oh, I'm a grabber. Oh, yeah. You're taking care of it.
Yeah.
Making sure that you're set to go.
100%, yeah.
Because if you take off without taking care of that, then you're just tripping and falling. And it's worse.
Yeah, it's, yeah, good point. But, yeah, in this case, which there are some days I will pick to get my face five-fingered by Nikola Jokic brother, but today is not that day. I'm letting my ego go out the window and embarrass myself in front of all of Ball Arena and probably all of the world because we have the internet.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
And I have my own, Leo. Take a fist from one of the Jokic brothers, or for the rest of your life, you can no longer taste food. So basically, you're only eating food for nutrition and substance, but you never get to enjoy, you know, that amazing taco or some incredible queso. But you'll have all your teeth.
I would rather take a punch to the face.
Okay.
Food is just a different thing.
Yeah.
It's the punch would be horrible, and I wouldn't be able to taste food for a while.
Yeah.
Or at least enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I think I would take the punch.
Okay. That's fair.
It's just food.
I'm the same. Yeah. I mean,
It's-
you know, Leo, I actually really want to talk about a guy from last year, and I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the big boy, the guy who did it all, guarded every stud. I want your take on him, and I want to know how you think he's going to do this year.
Well, my take on Aaron Gordon is that he's an absolute monster. Here are, all my notes right here are all offensive based. When I feel like when most people think of Aaron Gordon, they think of that dude that was in the dunk contest against Zach LaVine, and they think of that dude that can just rise above and just hammer it down.
Which he
But
can.
He absolutely can, and he does on a regular basis. Just ask the Lakers. He is
Shots taken.
just a stud, just a monster. He this year had his highest field goal percentage that he's had his entire career. I would say it was his best season. Since he's been with Jokic, he's shot over 50% from the field. Thinking about his ability to score the basketball since he's been with Joker, he always finds that open spot. He always makes that extra pass. He's that glue. He's that X factor. I feel like you could argue that about a lot of Nuggets, but that's who I would say is our go-to guy. If he goes down, we're in trouble. That being said, he is an outstanding defender, like you mentioned, and that so many times goes overshadowed because of his great offense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that we cannot forget. And speaking of his best season, the bully ball that he played in the finals
Yeah.
of, all of them, but especially of Game 1, just incredible.
Yeah.
Insane.
Speaking of Game 1, buddy, I want to know, you went to Game 1, didn't you?
I sure did.
Give me that experience.
It was one of, if not the best, sports experiences of my entire life as a spectator. Just absolutely incredible. Walking in was just electrifying. You have the hair standing up on your arms, and you're in the back of your neck, and you feel the tension, and then the tip goes off, and you're the anticipation, like, are our boys gonna get embarrassed? Are we gonna win by 30? Are we gonna lose by 40? Are we gonna lose by 1? What's it gonna look like? And to watch what Aaron Gordon did to the Miami Heat, he let them know that he was going to win the championship, even if he had to do it by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he just took care of business and really set the tone. I believe his first few shots were dunks. I feel like
High percentage.
that's a very high percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And like we just mentioned, he had his highest shooting percentage of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for that reason, like you said, dunks are pretty high percentage. When you play with Nikola, when you play with the best passer in basketball, you're going to get the ball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just put your hands up so you don't get it in the face. And that's what he does. He does, and he does it on the defensive end as well. So he dominated Game 1, and
To say the least.
came out into victory, and I was super, super stoked to see that. And it was it was just so cool. We were talking about the wave earlier, and how that's such a weird kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you go from absolute strangers with these people, and then you're high-fiving at the end of the game. You're best friends with all of these people that you've never met once in your entire life, and you'll never see again. And then it's over, and you're like so sad. But then you're like, oh yeah, game 2. And I didn't get to go to game 2, unfortunately, but someone did. Donny,
Yeah.
you got to go to game 2, my man. It was a kind of a late game decision. What was that like, getting that ticket so late?
Yeah, it was kind of funny because I was so jealous of you going to game 1. We had plans to watch the game together, and kind of last minute, you're like, sorry, buddy, I'll be there. And I mean, I'm not telling you to ditch that to come watch the game with me. But yeah, my cousin had an extra ticket and texted me last minute, and I think I woke up at 7 a.m. that day to that text, and I don't think I've ever jumped out of bed as quickly any other day in my life. And
might as well be Christmas.
Right? Yeah. I have to say my experience was very similar to yours.
Mm-hmm.
I have never experienced an NBA game where every single possession, every fan in the building is locked in. There's no wave. There's no, so-and-so checking their Instagram. It's like, you don't want to miss a moment of this.
Yeah.
It was just so fun. Like you said, I was high-fiving the most random people that I'll probably never see in my life again. But, it was like we were this giant family. Yeah, top 2 sporting moments of my life. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I think being able to experience it also with my cousin.
Yeah.
Actually 2 of my cousins were there, and it was super cool. And I think I was texting you the whole time, dude, this is insane. I can't believe this is what you experienced in game 1. It was, it's something that I think that those experiences are also one of the reasons that you and I started this podcast.
Yeah.
It's not just about, the Nuggets won the championship.
Mm-hmm.
It was that experience. I mean, that was so cool. That may never happen again.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hope. I mean, even if we make the finals this year, there's no guarantee you and I go, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was just, I will forever remember that and be thankful that I got that experience. And, I mean, in the end, yeah, it was the only game we lost at home. Let's not mention that. But it was one of the best games that I've ever watched in my life, regardless of sport. So.
I agree, man. I think we kind of needed that game to reset anyway.
Yeah.
If we don't lose that one, maybe we lose a couple other.
Yeah, and you want to win on your home floor, So.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask Leo here to show some hus and give me some quick fire answers. And I might ask him why, but he's got to be quick about it. NBA predictions 2023-2024 season. Okay, you ready, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Top seed in the East.
Sixers.
Winner of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Celtics, easy.
Why the difference?
Joel Embiid is a really good regular season player. The Celtics are going to have to make adjustments throughout the season with their new lineup in Drew and losing Marcus Smart.
Top seed in the West.
That's going to be the Sacramento Kings.
Winner of the Western Conference Finals.
Nuggets.
Why?
Because they have Nikola Jokic, and Jamal Murray turns into 3 or 4 different players come playoff time.
Amen. NBA MVP.
This will be SGA from Oklahoma City.
2023-2024 NBA champion.
Denver Nuggets in 6. Here you go, Donnie. I'd like to know. So would everybody else. You're the one with the wisdom.
Okay.
Show some hus real quick. Here we go. Top seed in the East. Who's it going to be?
Celtics.
Who's going to be the winner?
Celtics.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Any challenge?
Miami.
Really?
Yeah, and I do think the Bucks have made some solid moves. We've talked about this. Dame's not the one.
No.
He is fantastic.
Yes.
I'm sure he's an amazing guy, amazing basketball player. He's not Giannis's. He's not the Jamal to Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'll be eating my words, but I don't think I will be.
I agree. 100%. Let's go West. Top seed in the West.
Sacramento.
And who's going to win it out of the West?
This might be a shocker, but it's those mighty Nugs from Colorado.
Yeah, I agree. And who's going to be? I'm not even going to question why. I already know why. Who's going to be our NBA MVP?
I feel like this is going to spark some heat in you, Tatum.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, airball. But we all have to be wrong eventually. So, however, Jason Tatum is a wonderful player. The problem is that he just plays with Jaylen Brown, who's also fantastic, and I think that kind of overshadows Jason Tatum's greatness, in my eyes at least. So maybe I need to watch more. We'll see.
I think it's just, I think he's got a lot to prove. I think it's one of those years, it's like a prove year, you know?
Okay.
I think after what happened last year when, they fought back all the way to Game 7, they had the game in the Garden, and they didn't get it done. I realize I understand, he rolled his ankle, I get it. But I think he's on a revenge season, but I think he'll get to the finals, he'll have a nice little cameo, but in the end...
So, who's going to be our 2023-2024 NBA champion?
There's this team, west of the Mississippi. I don't know if you heard of them. The Denver Golden Nugget Miners. They all right. They got a guy from Serbia. Jamal's going to light it up.
What's going to put the Nuggets over the Celtics? Because the Celtics have Derek White and Drew Holiday as their guards, and that's a solid guard set.
Yeah, and I think when you look at it on paper, you have that thought. One thing the Nuggets have this year, they didn't have last year. They won a title. They have experience. They know what it's like to get to that finish line. They did it last year with emphatic force.
Mm-hmm.
And
they sure did.
Same starting five.
Mm-hmm.
They got some guys on the bench that they lost, but they got some guys that are going to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
We may not get the top seed, but we're coming for back-to-back. I expect to be standing in Civic Center Park with you again next year.
Oh my goodness.
Leo, Donny, and April O'Neil celebrating back-to-back titles.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you, Leo, for being here with me today. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you, buddy. Let's just recap quickly. Both of us got the Nuggets winning the title. Shocker, I know. But we wanna give a quick preview of kind of what to expect this year on Show Some Huss podcast. During the season, him and I are going to be going to a lot of games. Each week, we're going to try to give a rundown of games. We're going to be watching either in the stands or on TV and, give you our best take.
Talking about relevant experiences, what's going on with the Nuggets, what's going on with injuries, what's going on with rotations, what's going on with... Why are we not scoring the basketball? Why are we scoring the basketball? What's looking good? What's not looking good? We are just talking all things Nuggets with a little bit of a pepper of some NBA news throughout.
Yeah. I mean, it affects the Nuggets, so we'll touch on some big news. We want to, anyone who's out there who loves the Nuggets as much as us and, wants to be in the golden age of the Nuggets, reach out to us, email, Instagram, Pigeon, smoke signals. Let us know. Yeah. Cool. I think you got to remind these guys of something quick.
Everyone, please do not ever forget to show some Huss. Thank you so much.
Peace.